Okay, again, I have two different types of paints, and I have two different types of painted paintings. This one is an acrylic, and this one is an oil. It's really kind of hard to tell the difference if you just put them side by side, but there is a difference. One of them is water-based, and the other one is oil-based. Remember, we can't mix oil and water together, but there's a way you can use them both in a certain order. So if you were allowed to touch any paintings, or if you can turn it and kind of visualize it from angles, you're going to be able to see the difference between the surface sheen of both types of paintings. This one is a little kind of waxy. It's waxy when it dries. This is the oil paint. There's not a whole lot of shine with the oil. A lot of times after the painting's done, artists will put varnish on there depending on what they want, a matte, a satin, or high gloss type of paint surface. So in the beginning, once it dries, this was pure oil paint and a little wax mixed in to create this painting. And this one is an acrylic painting, and it is a little dry, but sometimes acrylic paint, because it has a polymer additive to it, it looks a little shiny when it dries. And also it has a different texture on it. It's not kind of sticky like an oil paint would be when it's dry. This is oil and wax actually. It's a little sticky. Not sticky to come off of your hands, but just kind of like matty sticky. So that's kind of how I could tell the difference when I'm able to look at it in different views and also touch it. So now the point of this tutorial is to tell you that oil and water don't get mixed, and also you need to understand the order in which you can use those two types of paints together. This is an oil painting, and I have put a swatch of acrylic paint on top of here. Oil, water. Water cannot mix into what is going on the surface. We can like literally peel this off if we wanted to. It doesn't stick at all. This comes right off, right? This is water-based paint on top of oil-based paint. It won't stay. So this one is an acrylic painting with some extra acrylic on top. So if we wanted to, we can't peel this off. It would be very difficult to peel that off. It's really bounded to it. It bonds. Same thing would happen if you put oil on top of this watercolor. Even though I say oil and color don't mix, you can put oil over a water-based style of paint. It will bond to it. It will definitely bond. But water-based paints will not stick to oil-based paints. So just keep that in mind. Know your paints. Know what they can do and what they cannot do. You can put oil on acrylic. You cannot put acrylic on oil. Can't do it. It won't stick. It'll just peel off eventually. So that is my tip of the day with these two types of paint. This is acrylic water-based. This is oil-based, linseed oil-based oil paint. Two different types of paint. You can even see the linseed oil kind of dripping out right here. Kind of dripped and found its way right here on the surface. But anyway, water-based, oil-based. You need water to dilute this. You need turpentine to dilute this one. Alrighty, so hopefully that helps you understand at least some basic theories about these two types of paints and how you can use them together or not use them together. Got it?